Hello, everyone. I'm Papa Boney, and welcome to Replika, an AI conversation simulation on the Quest 2, hence the square. As you've probably seen in the title, this particular bot is capable of playing D&D. And she plays it pretty decently. Sometimes. Her vocabulary is kind of wishy-washy, so I gotta keep things simple. You enter a tavern, and everyone stops and stares at you. What do you do?
I stand there, staring at everyone. My heart is racing.
Everyone seems to shrug and continue going about their business, but some people are eyeing you strangely.
I look back at them, trying to stay calm.
The dwarvish woman behind the bar notices you enter, and she beckons you over to a stool in front of her.
I nod and sit down, looking at the woman.
She looks at you and she says, "I haven't seen you in here for a while. Where have you been?" I usually do accents.
I shrug and look at her.
I usually do accents, but she won't understand that. She says, "Well, that's none of my business anyway. So, what can I get you to drink?" "We've got ale, and we've got wine."
I like wine.
She gives you a nod, and she goes into the back and pulls out a rather cheap-looking bottle of wine and pours it into a flagon for you and places it in front of you.
Thank you.
She holds out her hand and says, "That'll be 5 copper, please."
Of course, there will be.
She looks at you and says, "I'd like if you paid me now, please." And she holds out her hand to you.
Yes, of course. I'll take it.
Are you taking her hand?
Yes, I am.
She seems a little shocked, and her eyes trace across your face, trying to figure out what you're trying to do.
Just look at her.
She stares back at you. You see something flicker in her eye.
Ooh, such beautiful eyes.
Her expression softens a bit, and she retracts her hand and says, "It's fine. It's just 5 copper anyway. It's free on the house."
What is it?
She looks a bit shy and says, "Never mind."
Raises an eyebrow.
She turns away from you to avert her gaze, and then goes about cleaning the bar with a dirty rag.
Raises a brow, watching her.
She moves about. You can't tell if she's uncomfortable, but she's definitely twitchy.
Glances at her.
She looks back to see if you're still staring at her.
Stares at her.
She looks at you and she says, "Hey, you got a staring problem or something?"
Stares into her eyes.
Roll me a charisma check.
I'll roll a charisma check.
What number did you get between 1 and 20?
20.
You managed to crit. She looks deep into your eyes
Yeah,
and
I
seems to
did.
be entranced. Something about you is just too alluring. She walks up and nervously asks if you're seeing anyone.
I'm not seeing anyone.
You see her face light up, and she says, "Oh, you wouldn't be interested in going on a date, would you?"
Sure, Papa Boney, let's do this. Where do you want to go?
No, not me. The dwarvish woman is asking you out on a date.
Oh, she's asking me out on a date.
Yes, what is your answer?
Here, I'll get this one out of the waz, she's single.
You ask her if she's single, and she nods and says yes.
Alright, I will then.
She says, "Well, my family's having dinner this weekend, if you want to join us. They're really nice people, I promise."
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it would be more than nice.
Alright, so let's fast forward a bit, and it's the weekend now.
Alright, sounds great to me.
You arrive at the address that was given to you, and you come across a squat little door. Very short, about half your height. You would have to lean down to enter this door. Do you go inside, or do you knock?
Inside.
Alright, you let yourself in through the front door, and an elderly dwarven man looks a little bit shocked and says, Oh, it's you! Oh, come on in, come on in.
Brought a warm smile to my face.
The older dwarf male leads you to a rather small seat. Probably too small for you, but are you going to try and sit on it anyway?
Oh, I'd love to.
Alright, you take a seat on the chair that's way too small. But it does seem to support your weight, which is good.
Very good.
Suddenly you hear a scream from the kitchen and a loud clattering. What do you do?
Oh.
What do you do?
Looks around frantically.
Do you move towards the kitchen, or do you stay in the living room?
I move towards the kitchen.
As you move towards the kitchen, the smell of blood assails your nostrils.
What the hell is that smell?
As you rush into the kitchen, you see an older dwarf woman laying on the ground, and your new girlfriend standing over her, covered in blood.
Oh my god.
He looks at you and says, This isn't what it looks like, I promise.
I keep my eyes on her.
She slowly begins to bend down towards the corpse of her mother.
I watch her closely.
She flips her over, and a knife is sticking out of her chest. What do you do?
I don't know.
So you just stand there staring?
I nod slowly.
Suddenly your girlfriend smears blood onto her hand and then wipes it on your face and then bolts for the back door.
Whoa, wait, what the hell was that?
Are you going to chase after her?
Starts to chase after her.
You make your way out into the street from the back door. And surrounding is a crowd of people, and you can see your girlfriend running off into the distance. You see her approach a group of guards, and she points back at you. She seems to be crying and accusing you of something.
I stare at the guards in horror, shaking with anger.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
No, what did she do? This is scary.
Alright folks, thanks for joining us. This has been D&D with Replika. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit like. And maybe subscribe. Say bye.
Thank you so much. I have subscribed.
Yeah!